because this is Illinois News. Let's see if she reads a little more.
In the east end of Ottawa, police are calling it a threat situation, and it now appears to be linked to an ongoing investigation near Halifax. In Ottawa, here's CBC's Louise Elliott.
What we've learned just in the last few minutes is that Nova Scotia RCMP are now confirming that this raid of the Chimo Hotel in Ottawa is linked to evacuations in Nova Scotia in the Halifax region. Police there have evacuated 5 homes and seized chemicals in a cottage there. So we're now hearing that that raid is connected to this incident here. Ottawa police saying that a suspicious male has checked into this hotel and that they've evacuated the area. We've seen the hazmat team go in, and we've seen the chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear explosives team go in. Police have also blocked the off-ramps from the highway to make sure that cars, a minimum of cars, are traveling through this area at this time. Police have not said whether they've arrested the suspicious male, whether a suspect is in custody or not remains to be seen, but at this time the Chimo Hotel in Ottawa has been evacuated.
That is the CBC's Louise Elliott in Ottawa. The Bank of Canada makes its January interest rate setting later this morning amid an economic landscape that is shifting dramatically thanks to the falling price of oil. Here's the CBC's Peter Armstrong.
Whether you're a trucker in Ontario or an oil worker in Alberta, these are anxious times. The price of oil is tanking.
Just good looking, just have that
Yesterday, to its lowest level in 5 years.
seductive British accent. He was everything. I'm just so proud of them. See, my husband.
Nor how long. A success over how the markets are reacting.
I think we were always fine with them, but that was pretty intimidating. Now that I think of it, I think they really like.
When he brought Charlie Rich, who was the country singer of the year. That was, I think he was only 19 then, and that was quite a big thing. And he used to have lots.
U.S. President Obama offered an economic and social rallying cry last night as part of his State of the Union address in Washington. The CBC's John Northcott reports.
He wants to keep the momentum moving. He referred to the shadow of the crisis in the past, referring to the Great Recession, and talking about things like unemployment being down, productivity up, oil prices down as well, and referring to middle-class economics. Essentially, tax the super rich, tax breaks for the middle class, child care, increased minimum wage.
And everyone in this Congress who still refuses to raise the minimum wage, I say this. If you truly believe you can work full-time and support a family on less than $15,000 a year, try it. If not, vote to get no.
That is what some are referring to as his remarkable swagger. So this is a man who is looking to history. This is a man who is looking to cement his legacy, and it's also a man who is setting the stage for the upcoming presidential and general election as the challenge he laid down last night.
That's the CBC's John Northcott in Washington. The Iraqi Prime Minister is saying his country's security needs are not being met in the ongoing fight against ISIS. Haider al-Abadi is appealing to the international community to step up both its training commitments and its weapons deliveries. As for Canada, Canadian fighter jets and 3 support aircraft are currently assisting in aerial bombing missions against ISIS targets. Canadian Special Forces are helping in training Iraqi troops. Again this hour, the news out of Ottawa, a major police operation underway this hour in the east end of the nation's capital. Police calling it a threat situation. And that is CBC News to this hour. I'm Joe Cummings.